Hello again. Well, since the last time we played, I've been playing about on easy a bit just to compare the difference. It actually tells you up here, easy mode has increased scrap rewards at easier enemies, whereas normal mode you get a 25% boost on your score. I would actually recommend easy mode first to anyone who's playing from the start, and actually we might do a playthrough on it just to demonstrate. You'll see I've unlocked a couple of achievements here. Have 6 unique aliens on the Kestrel cruiser simultaneously, unlocked on easy. Actually had quite a interesting playthrough where everywhere I jumped to seemed to be people wanting to join my ship, thus finding out there's a maximum crew size of 8 and having to reject some people. Also got the have every subsystem and system installed at one time, which means we've now got a new room layout here. We have 4 basic lasers, each 10-second charge time, 1 power, 1 shot, so you can do theoretically 4 damage in one volley. You'll also see on the crew we have a crew of 4 as opposed to a crew of 3, which includes a couple of aliens. Fen the Mantis, double damage in combat, faster movement speed but he repairs slower, and Kapalka the Zoltan, who you'll see can actually power systems in the room he's in, but has reduced health. So if, for example, I left him in the med bay, him just being there would power it. We've also unlocked a new ship, the Osprey Federation Cruiser, which seems to come with just the one burst laser, fires 3 shots every 12 seconds, but you also here get a artillery beam that fires once every 50 seconds. Pierces all shields and does 1 damage per room hit. More power means faster cooldown. So, as you can see, eventually you could get to a 20-second cooldown, and that sounds like quite an impressive weapon. You also get 4 crew here. You get 1 human, a mantis, an Unji, who does less combat damage but higher repair speed, and a rockman who's immune to fire, more health, but walks around slower, as you would, I suppose, if you're a giant rock. And there's some achievements you can unlock here. And in fact we might actually play with this one, I think. So, let's go. Right, GM Foal, or whatever the hell your name is. You can go to the shield generators. Let's get the weapons online, please. Med deck offline, engines to maximum. We'll go down to the main weaponry system. You'll notice that our artillery beam doesn't need any crew in it. Let's see how we do, shall we? Oh, and here's someone already. Let's have a little chat with them. Auto fire on, target his weapons. What I'd really like is to upgrade my shields so that I could just sit here and wait for the artillery beam to kick in, but right now he can do more than enough damage to get through my shields, so I would rather not have us used for target practice, just for demonstration purposes. Now the other thing is, one of the achievements you can unlock this one is to get to Sector 5 without upgrading your weapon systems, so we might again, that would be a very good reason to focus on upgrading the shields. Ooh, some scrap. And a hull smasher laser. Hopefully that doesn't count as an upgrade, otherwise we've just failed that achievement already. But what we will do... There we go. The shields... In fact, if we take the burst laser offline and put that into the shields... Oh, I've got to pause, that's why. Let's see if there's anything nice in the store. Not really, so we'll get the hull tidied up and pick up some fuel. Be on our way. Defend the outpost. Right. Drop the shields down, put the weapon back online, because that is a missile launcher, so we're not going to sit here playing games. Ooh. Right, Rockman, you're immune to fire, so get in there and put it out. In theory, we could open the front of the ship to space and suck a vacuum through from there, but if he's immune to fire anyway, it seems like... Oh, crud. Right, weaponry officer. Weaponry officer. You'll see our Rockman is just jumping up and down on the fire. Med bay for Declan. Trying to pick up some more reactor upgrades at the moment so we can actually power the shields and everything else at the same time. Ooh. Fire suppression system is not responding. Well, we've got a rock crew member. Let's hey. Right, we can now have the shields and the weaponry online. Always good. What does that laser he's got do? We're going to give him one free shot, because I think our shields can withstand that, and since that's his only weapon, this might be a good time to see what our little artillery beam does. Doesn't make for the best recording, I know, waiting 50 seconds between shots, but it should be quite interesting anyway. In the meantime, seeing as we've got a bit of energy loss on the engines, we will power up the med bay. This is also probably an excellent chance for our shield mechanic and in theory our engineering and piloting officers. Ooh. Right, that was our beam firing. You'll see it took out his weapons, damaged his shield generator, and took out his O2. So in terms of picking a good place to shoot, that was quite a good one. It's a shame you can't aim it though, because I would have turned it slightly to try and take out his drone as well. So in theory maybe aim from this, or maybe from over here somewhere, to try and go through engine, shields, weapons and drone in one shot, but to each their own. He has to realise he can't actually win this fight. In fact, he'll be lucky if this next shot doesn't take him out completely. Oh, it changes direction each time, and you'll see we just unlocked the Master of Patience achievement. Onwards. Intervene to defend the outpost from the rebel scout. Ah, this one actually has a missile launcher on him. Let's aim to take that out first, shall we? Luckily his drone only does hull damage, so as long as we can keep the shields online, we're okay. Although we... Aha! That's his weaponry systems offline temporarily. Marcus, let's see if you need air to breathe, shall we? On the bright side, since it is just a hull breach, it's only that room that'll be affected. Eep! Medbay. Ooh, that could have gone rather badly for him. Right, medbay online, please. Captain Kletzin, try and fix that other hull breach for me. Eep. Right, Marcus, finish patching it up. There we go. Now, come back here to get healed again. So we can then take the medbay offline, put that back into the engines. And we'll in fact put a little bit more into the engines, so we have a 25% evasion chance. Again, normally I'd be upgrading weapons, but I'm really hoping picking up that hull laser doesn't count as an upgrade and we can still get the achievement. Alright, let's have a bit of a nose round this nebula since we are quite a way ahead of the enemy at this point. Okay, his ion weapon did a bit of damage to the shields, but because of the upgrade we still had some shields left. And you'll see we're now back online, whereas his weapons are completely offline. As is his shield generator. And there we go. We get a hull repair drone and some more scrap. Oh, heavily damaged Federation ship. Attempt to follow! Ooh. Stumble upon the rebel ship they were trying to run away from. See, this is the advantage of being quite a way ahead of the enemy fleet. We can float around the exit looking for things to do. Right, I don't hear any oxygen leaking, so I'm going to assume that was just hull damage rather than causing a breach. Ah, seems like a good enough deal to let him live. Right, we'll finish exploring the nebula and then leg it. Right, he's going to try and get away. Target his engines. Now really I'd like to go after his weapons first, but I don't want him getting away. There we go, now we'll target his weapons. Not that it particularly matters, I suppose, if he gets away, seeing as we're about to leave the sector anyway. But on principle, one does not like the enemy to know where one is. There we go. And some more scrap and another couple of missiles for the effort. Right, well, there's part 1 of our adventures aboard the Osprey. Join us in part 2, where we'll head to the next sector and see what other trouble we can cause. But for now, bye-bye.